fellow Toastmasters. My name is Sriram. I work for Department of Transportation as a data architect here. Today, this is my first day at Toastmasters, and I felt what would be a great day to start the presentation. I was planning to have a presentation tomorrow, so this is like a dry run, and I was looking forward for your comments on my presentation. Today, I thought to present a topic called G.I.S. IT Synergy. I thought it would be a good rationale at since it's a transportation Toastmasters club, and the G.I.S. topic is like the bread and butter of transportation systems. So I thought it would be a good topic to talk about. And with that, let me start my presentation here. Today's agenda is first we look at what is the G.I.S. IT barrier, and we talk about a subject called Oracle Spatial that enables G.I.S. things in database. And we'll have we'll go more detail into what is Oracle Spatial and how it's going to help us. So we look at basic elements of data. We look at what kind of data we have in transportation and how the data will look like, and in some sample queries, how it, we can look at in transportation G.I.S. tools. So Oracle Spatial is something which is going to enable G.I.S. in database. Before we start with this topic, let me draw your attention to this slide here. Until recently, we have a lot of spatial data which was residing outside the database. This side is the data where the database resides, and this is the G.I.S. part of it. We have a lot of spatial data here, which we were not able to put inside Oracle database. So that was a kind of a barrier here. So what Oracle Spatial does is it enables us to put the spatial data inside the database. So we have not only have the spatial data, we all have the attribute data or the other non-spatial data along inside the database. So it's just a fusion of things. It's a where portion and the what portion is together inside the database. It helps out a lot with everybody here. Because once you put information into a database, it becomes consistent across the environment here. So that is the reason we are going to talk about it. And Oracle Spatial is an additional tool, which is an additional option, which is available in Oracle database. And what it provides is a native database type where we can store. For example, numbers, we have a numeric data type in Oracle. Characters, we have a varchar2 data type. Similarly, we need something to where we put the geographic items or spatial data inside the database. So Oracle Spatial provides that. And not only that, it provides some more functions and procedures which we need to use to access the database and do something with that. So when we buy Oracle Spatial, we are able to store it and also access it in SQL queries. So let me give an introduction on what is spatial data in general. It actually is a physical location of an object on the surface of the earth. So it's not just the latitude, longitude. It gives you what coordinate system it is, whether it's a point or a line. It gives a lot of information. All this information can be put into one data type inside object. So that is a wonderful thing about this subject. Since it is a spatial data, is something which is delivered on a map, you have to have special tools to load it on. And also it needs something like a G.I.S. tool to look at, to render the map on on the screen and look at it. So those are the special things which you need to look at these. So let's look at what are different kinds of spatial data. We have point, line, and polygon. So point is just, that it's just latitude, longitude, and multiple points can make up a string. And a closed point makes up a polygon. So these are the three different types which is possible to be stored into that data type. And we have these kinds of spatial data at the Transportation Department database. We have some classifications here, like M.dot assets, such as roads, bridges, airports. These are some kind of assets we are planning to store inside the database. And jurisdiction things like county, city, etc. and infrastructure elements such as road conditions, AADT or IRI, that is International Roughness Index. So those kind of conditions of roads can be stored inside the spatial database. And other than that, we are also planning to store crash points and also project locations, construction jobs on the roads. So we are planning to spatially enable all those elements here. Let's go further, dive into more detail about the data type which I was talking about. The red thing which you're showing, which is there, is the new data type which I'm talking about. So the left side, I'm showing a picture of representation of the table. The right side shows a clear table statement from Oracle. So most of us will be familiar with those other data types, which is number and varchar, which shows to store the numbers and numeric type and character types. The spatial element is going to be stored in mdsys.sgeogeometry. So that is a data type which we are going to use to store spatial elements. Okay. So let's go further and see how that object is going to be. Since I told you the spatial element is like more complex things are inside it, a lot of information is inside it. There are all 5 pieces of information there. The first one is called a geometric type. That will tell you whether you are storing a point or a line or a polygon. The second one is the number. It refers to a coordinate system which you are going to use. And that coordinate system is G.I.S 1984. So 8307 will be the same number representing all. So whenever we see 8307, that refers to G.I.S 1984 coordinate system. The next one is the SDO point type, and we'll store latitude and longitude. And the next one is element info, that is for interpretation, how to draw it on the map. And the next piece is the ordinates, where it's the latitude, longitude for all the geometric objects. Here are some examples here. It's a point, line, and a polygon. And let's see how we are going to use the data. So you see a query here using that data, and on the right side you see the map representation of that same data. The query is going to give you the results saying that, from within city of Lansing, I'm trying to find out 15 closest airports. So this query can be used to get the result from the database. Let me show you another example. This query is going to fetch neighboring counties. That is counties which are going to share boundary with Kingham County. So this query will return that result. So you can see 5 counties are going to share it, and Washington is not a county which is sharing a boundary with England. So you can see how accurate the spatial query is. So we are also going to the current project is we are going to enable spatial enables crash locations. We are also enabling map locations, project locations on the roads, and we are going to enable carpool lots. Next project we are planning to add drains and trails, and we are also accepting any new requests from any projects on a project-by-project basis. So let's go and see how G.I.S tools are going to use the Oracle Spatial Database. Until now they have been using the spatial files, and they load the spatial file to this tool. This is an example where it is going directly to the database. So there are no more spatial files. They are going to look at the database, and they are rendering this from the database. And the benefits from using a database is one true form of G.I.S data. There are no multiple copies around, and data integrity, improved access using SQL, and some reduced storage cost. So those are the key benefits which are there while using this database. So I hope you found very informative about this presentation, and thanks for giving me this opportunity.
All right, now if you could just take a couple minutes and evaluate Sriram's speech. Don't forget the word of the day's rationale. So try to use that when any of our table topics. rationale for signing up for Toastmasters for your guests. It's a good place to do a practice run for a speech.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what
not
you're
allowed to
doing.
talk when we're supposed to be thinking and writing.
I'm the Toastmaster, so I can
Oh,
decide.
okay.
So it's a good place to come and practice your work speech, or if you're in a speech contest, or giving some kind, even if it's some kind of acting performance, you know, it's a good place to give good feedback and good practice, you know, do a practice run. Give you guys another 30 seconds or so. I'll try to do some more ad-libbing. Nothing's coming to mind. All right. So next we will move into the table topics portion of the meeting. Table topics is where it's like everyone's opportunity to give an impromptu speech, and guests are invited to participate if you're interested. So basically, I'm the table topics master for today. Usually we have somebody else be the table topics person, but they'll come up and introduce the topic, and they will either call on volunteers or call on people and give you a topic to talk about, and then you take a minute and a half. You have a minute and a half to kind of give an impromptu speech. So it's a way to help you kind of think on your toes if you're ever in a work meeting and you're called on by the boss. Come up with something to say. So the table topics today goes along with our theme for elections, and these are just kind of election-related questions I'm going to throw at you.